When most people start planning their Iceland trip, they do the same thing. Follow the ring road, check off the popular waterfalls, black sand beaches, maybe a glacier if time allows. And that's all stunning, but it also skips the whole middle of the country, the Highlands. This is the wild, beating heart of Iceland, the largest area of untouched wilderness in the country. Today I'm sharing why the Highlands are absolutely worth adding to your Iceland itinerary and how you can do it in just a few hours or disappear for a few days or weeks if you want to go fully into the wild. Let's go. The Highlands claim nearly 40% of Iceland's landmass, over 15,000 square miles of a vast elevated plateau sitting well over 1,000 feet above sea level. This is sculpted drama that's been carved over thousands of years. The Highlands aren't just higher, they're the engine room of Iceland. 30 active volcanic systems power it, and a piece of the puzzle that most people miss, those gorgeous waterfalls along the ring road like Skogafoss, Seljalandsfoss begin their journey right here. As meltwater from the Highlands glaciers flows outward and cascades down the valley walls. So when you go into the Highlands, you're not just seeing epic terrain, you're standing at the source of some of Iceland's most iconic sites. Once you've decided the Highlands are worth it, the next question is, how do you actually get there? And the answer comes down to two different options. Both will get you deep into the Highlands, but it's about how you want to write your Iceland story. If you're building your Iceland trip around the ring road and only have a day to spare, Highlands day tours are your fast pass in this region. The kind where you leave in the morning and come back at night wondering, how did I fit all of that into one single day? And I've got some sweet options for you with guides who know these landscapes like locals know their corner coffee shop. And they'll get you into places that aren't accessible by tour buses. Between June and September is when the Highlands are accessible, and those guides are going to get you there by super jeep. Only Iceland knows how to do super jeeps right. Before you know it, you're standing in the volcanic heart of Iceland. The classic day tour option to pick is to tour the Landmannalaugar region. You'll get hours to hike through a lava field, climb the infamous Sulphur Wave for sweeping views of rhyolite peaks, and wander past gorges and crater lakes. It's a solid day out in the mountains, enough to earn the finale of slipping into a natural hot spring. And you realize this is the iconic way to end a day in Iceland. If you want to go even further off the tourist radar, head to Porsark, a valley tucked between 3 glaciers, including Eyjafjallajökull, the volcano that stopped European air travel in 2010 when it erupted under the ice. Once you're here, your guide will give you options because the trails are endless. You can climb to glacier and valley panoramas, wander through birch trees in one of the country's rare forests, or spend the day linking ridgelines with meltwater rivers rushing below you. Then there's Fialabak, where the Highlands turn more wild and more desolate. If you want to get a sense of what it's like to explore another planet, go here. The hikes here take you across black sand plains, broken by volcanoes draped in neon moss. The air smells faintly of sulfur and wet stone. Every ridge you crest opens to a view so wide it almost swallows you whole. It's remote, it's raw. It's one of those places that reminds you why off the beaten path is always worth it. One day in the Highlands is enough to blow your mind, but it could also leave you staring at the horizon, wondering what else is out there. Now, if you're thinking about going beyond a day and actually disappearing into the Highlands for a few days, the Laugavegur Trail is your golden ticket. This is the one you see on every must-do Iceland list, and for good reason. This trail runs about 34 miles from the streaming colors of Landmannalaugar to the lush glacier-framed valley of Porsark. So those day tours I just mentioned, now imagine stringing a few of them back to back. On the guided version of this trail, you're hiking 4 to 7 hours a day. Some days the terrain is gentle and others will take you on over 1,500 feet of elevation gain. And if you go for a longer route like the 6-day option, expect up to 3,000 feet of altitude swings on your longest day. The beauty here is that your luggage gets shuttled between mountain huts when you go guided, so all you carry is a day pack with the essentials. Could you do it solo? Absolutely. But that also means securing your own hut reservations months in advance, carrying all of your food, and mastering the art of deciphering Icelandic weather reports. Possible? Yes. But if you want to turn your planning brain off, not so much. That's why I think guided is the way to go. The real payoff, what makes the Lagerberger Trail legendary isn't just the distance, it's the constant change under your boots. Every stage feels like a completely different hike, which is why people come from all over the world to walk it. And then there's the all-in option, the hidden trails of Iceland. This is for you if you want to go as far away from the beaten path as you possibly can. It's a 12-day, 90-mile odyssey that takes the long, unmarked detour around the iconic Lagerberger Trail to get you into even more remote valleys, more remote volcanic ridge lines, turquoise crater lakes, waterfalls just as stunning as the ones on the Ring Road, and geothermal hotspots you and your companions have all to yourself. For nearly 2 weeks, you'll trace routes that feel like they were carved for legends, hiking anywhere from 6 to 10 miles a day, crossing mineral-rich rock that when the light hits just right, turns the slopes into swirls of gold, rust, rose, and green. You'll walk through black sand deserts so stark they feel lunar, then come across moss-covered lava fields that creep all the way up to summits so green, it almost hurts your eyes to look at them, and crossing glacier-fed rivers that jolt you awake in seconds. Each night you'll land in a backcountry hut, swapping stories over dinner with a dozen fellow companions while the highlands howl at you outside. It's not just hiking, it's walking straight into a saga. Where else on earth can you say that? The guides handle every last detail, from moving essential gear from hut to hut, putting steaming plates of food in front of you, so all you have to do is show up, walk, and let the highlands change you. It's not for the faint of heart, this one, but if you want an adventure that is your Iceland trip, this is it. It's the kind of experience you'll measure every other trip against for the rest of your life. Before you even think about stepping foot into this part of Iceland, there are 3 non-negotiables for the Highlands. First, the weather. Out here, it doesn't just change by the day, it changes by the minute. I've seen people get drenched, frozen, and sunburned all in the same afternoon. Second, gear. You need proper hiking boots that have seen some miles, at least 100. Waterproof layers, and enough warmth to handle a temperature swing of 20 degrees Fahrenheit without blinking. And third, travel insurance. In the Highlands, a twisted ankle isn't just a bad day, it can mean a helicopter ride to a hospital in Reykjavik. Get these 3 right, and you've already stacked the deck in your favor for an unforgettable trip. But what if you only had 1 day to see the country, and you still wanted that Iceland magic, but with zero backcountry commitment that's right along the Ring Road? I've got you. My next episode takes you to a 1,000-year-old ice you can hike on in the morning at Vatnajökull Glacier, then take a boat out onto Jökulsárlón Lagoon in the afternoon, weaving between icebergs the size of houses and going right up to the glacier's edge. Watch that next if you want a must-do for your Ring Road itinerary. It might just become your favorite one-day plan in all of Iceland. I'll see you there.